communication, connectivity is everything. We ensure that the links never sleep. Quantities and qualities, all in our data service, providing efficient, reliable voice and data service. We believe if you're not up to speed, then you're going backwards. Communications have to flow as fast as the speed of light. Whatever business you're in, having someone who understands your needs is critical. That is why we just don't offer you technology, we offer you solutions. Enjoy Gamcel's internet broadband anytime, anywhere. Your national operator, Gamcel, Yaibaram.
All right.
Honey, did you remind him that the last time he sent the money, it was not enough to buy all the provisions?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell him.
Are you guys talking about money transfer to buy provisions?
Yes.
But don't you know about Baluwo?
Baluwo? What is Baluwo?
Baluwo is a service that your son can use to send provisions directly to you guys from the shop. And you don't have to worry about the exchange rate.
Tell me how Baluwo works.
It's very simple.
Just log on to baluwo.com and shop, or download the app on your phone. You can shop on the website or using the app to buy online basic products for your family and friends. With Baluwo, you decide what your money is spent on. Your money, your choice. Buy online products for your family and friends in the Gambia, Senegal, Nigeria or Mali. Baluwo, better than sending money.
Are you thinking of owning your dream homes? EJ Investment is here for you. Secure our quality bungalows with 2, 3 or 4 bedrooms, or our story buildings 3 or 4 to 5 bedrooms at very affordable prices with flexible payment plans at our Sanyang Seaview Estate, where you can enjoy the cool breeze with modern infrastructure such as tar roads, covered drainage system, modern electrification with street lights, gated entrance with security posts, and social amenities such as gas station, shopping mall, medical clinic, park, schools, children daycare, and a lot more. Our dedicated team of professionals will keep the estate clean at all times, provide security and patrol team within the estate premises, install latest technologies such as CCTV, Wi-Fi, home network installation, solar panel, and power backup system. Also, check out for our additional home facilities and interior design service such as premium tiling, wall plaster, home landscape, fingerprint home lock, and a lot more. Visit our office at Senegambia Kololi Highway and get a free site visit tour, or contact us on 4464-838. WhatsApp us on 3259220. Or you can visit our Facebook page or Instagram on EJ Investments. EJ Investments, we are first in properties.
Agad.
Mbijan aganyani.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la sto.
Ha, code nyingi.
Okay. Korsa. Nsila ID soto.
Ah, sa soto. Sorry. Agad.
Mbijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara Allah service o tariya.
Ah,
mbale ki janna nun kunu bara tariya.
Ah, janno mi yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbali ya bere. Ha. Birim koyna fo kato.
Bari si kodo kino kato ni fo bolong blabe to.
56 branches mola soto Gambia jam.
Ha?
Ha. Gambia kono ani Gambia bantala bankol. Nko kodo kiya bere. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta même na kodi to poto nin kodi maraw. Jannam number 1 di nyonta. Andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale. Wala nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale de dadi ma nin domorol din fana be teat. Gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je.
Ha e wo moyo diat ha.
Apelenta
ni wo ka ni lafta nyelen kendol e bina.
Yalo bu kanyi la ko la baraka ba.
Yalo ndel chosano lo.
Abaraka.
We live in a day and age where technology is creating a world without borders, filled with unlimited potential to improve the lives of the people around us. Innovarex Global Health ushers in a new way of leveling the playing field with increased access to quality healthcare services delivered at your doorstep. Our qualified professionals are equipped with state-of-the-art point-of-care testing technology to conduct tests such as kidney function, liver function, electrolyte tests, body composition, hemoglobin, A1C, and many more services with the highest efficiency in delivering results. The addition to our flagship Wellness on Wheels, more fondly known as WOW Delivery Service, brings the entire clinical experience full circle. IGH has remained committed to creating the future of healthcare delivery. Gone are the days of sending loved ones outside the country for basic medical services. Innovarex Global Health offers a new peace of mind and takes pride in delivering the quality of care we all deserve.
In communication, connectivity is everything. We ensure that the links never sleep. Quantities and qualities, all in our data service, providing efficient, reliable voice and data service. We believe if you're not up to speed, then you're going backwards. Communications have to flow as fast as the speed of light. Whatever business you're in, having someone who understands your needs is critical. That is why we just don't offer you technology, we offer you solutions. Enjoy Gamcel's internet broadband anytime, anywhere. Your national operator, Gamcel, Yaibaram.
Alright.
Honey, did you remind him that the last time he sent the money, it was not enough to buy all the provisions?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell him.
Are you guys talking about money transfer to buy provisions?
Yes.
But don't you know about Baluwo?
Baluwo? What is Baluwo?
Baluwo is a service that your son can use to send provisions directly to you guys from the shop. And you don't have to worry about the exchange rate.
Tell me how Baluwo works.
It's very simple.
Just log on to baluwo.com and shop, or download the app on your phone. You can shop on the website or using the app to buy online basic products for your family and friends. With Baluwo, you decide what your money is spent on. Your money, your choice. Buy online products for your family and friends in the Gambia, Senegal, Nigeria or Mali. Baluwo, better than sending money.
Are you thinking of owning your dream homes? EGA Investment is here for you. Secure our quality bungalows with 2, 3 or 4 bedrooms, or our story buildings 3 or 4 to 5 bedrooms at very affordable prices with flexible payment plans at our Sanyang Seaview Estate, where you can enjoy the cool breeze with modern infrastructure such as tar roads, covered drainage system, modern electrification with street lights, gated entrance with security posts, and social amenities such as gas station, shopping mall, medical clinic, park, schools, children daycare, and a lot more. Our dedicated team of professionals will keep the estate clean at all times, provide security and patrol team within the estate premises, install latest technologies such as CCTV, Wi-Fi, home network installation, solar panel, and power backup system. Also, check out for our additional home facilities and interior design service such as premium tiling, wall plaster, home landscape, fingerprint home lock, and a lot more. Visit our office at Senegambia Kololi Highway and get a free site visit tour, or contact us on 4464-838. WhatsApp us on 3259220. Or you can visit our Facebook page or Instagram on EJ Investments. EJ Investments, we are first in properties.
Agada.
Mbijan raganya.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la sto.
Ha, code nyingi.
Okay. What's Nsila ID soto.
Ah, that's what. Sorry. Agada.
Mbijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara Allah service o tariaka.
Ah,
mbale. Mo ki janna nun kunu bara tariaka.
Ah, jannom yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbali ya bere. Ha. Birin koyna fo kato.
Barisi kodo kino kato ni fo bolong blabe.
56 branches mola soto Gambia jam.
Ha?
Ha. Gambia kono ani Gambia bantala bankol. Nko kodo kiya bere. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta memmen na kodi topoto nin kodi maraw. Jannam number 1 ti nyonta. Andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale. Wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale de dadi ma nin domorol ni fana beteata. Gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je.
Ha wo moyo diat ha.
Apelenta
ni wo ka ni na lafta nyelen kendo le bina.
Yalo bu kanyi la ko la baraka ba.
Yalo ndel chosano lo.
Abaraka.
We live in a day and age where technology is creating a world without borders, filled with unlimited potential to improve the lives of the people around us. Innovarex Global Health ushers in a new way of leveling the playing field with increased access to quality healthcare services delivered at your doorstep. Our qualified professionals are equipped with state-of-the-art point-of-care testing technology to conduct tests such as kidney function, liver function, electrolyte tests, body composition, hemoglobin, A1C, and many more services with the highest efficiency in delivering results. The addition to our flagship Wellness on Wheels, more fondly known as WOW Delivery Service, brings the entire clinical experience full circle. IGH has remained committed to creating the future of healthcare delivery. Gone are the days of sending loved ones outside the country for basic medical services. Innovarex Global Health offers a new peace of mind and takes pride in delivering the quality of care we all deserve.
In communication, connectivity is everything. We ensure that the links never sleep. Quantities and qualities, all in our data service, providing efficient, reliable voice and data service. We believe if you're not up to speed, then you're going backwards. Communications have to flow as fast as the speed of light. Whatever business you're in, having someone who understands your needs is critical. That is why we just don't offer you technology, we offer you solutions. Enjoy Gamcel's internet broadband anytime, anywhere. Your national operator, Gamcel, Yaibaram.
Alright.
Honey, did you remind him that the last time he sent the money, it was not enough to buy all the provisions?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell him.
Are you guys talking about money transfer to buy provisions?
Yes.
But don't you know about Baluwo?
Baluwo? What is Baluwo?
Baluwo is a service that your son can use to send provisions directly to you guys from the shop. And you don't have to worry about the exchange rate.
Tell me how Baluwo works.
It's very simple.
Just log on to baluwo.com and shop, or download the app on your phone. You can shop on the website or using the app to buy online basic products for your family and friends. With Baluwo, you decide what your money is spent on. Your money, your choice. Buy online products for your family and friends in the Gambia, Senegal, Nigeria or Mali. Baluwo, better than sending money.
Are you thinking of owning your dream homes? EJ Investment is here for you. Secure our quality bungalows with 2, 3 or 4 bedrooms, or our story buildings 3 or 4 to 5 bedrooms at very affordable prices with flexible payment plans at our Sanyang Seaview Estate, where you can enjoy the cool breeze with modern infrastructure such as tar roads, covered drainage system, modern electrification with street lights, gated entrance with security posts, and social amenities such as gas station, shopping mall, medical clinic, park, schools, children daycare, and a lot more. Our dedicated team of professionals will keep the estate clean at all times, provide security and patrol team within the estate premises, install latest technologies such as CCTV, Wi-Fi, home network installation, solar panel, and power backup system. Also, check out for our additional
Welcome back, Mr. Sambou.
Mr. Sambou, ñu ngi la balalat benen yoon.
May I remind you that you're still under oath? Before the break, we were talking about these reports that were sent to the Minister of Justice and the President.
Bala ñu doon noppale ko ñu ngi doon wax lu aju ci xibaar yi nga xam ne bind nañ ko eggee ko ministre bi saytu àtte bi ak président.
And so these reports, which formed the basis of the prosecution, contained illegally obtained confessions. Correct? Correct? What would you say to the suggestion by members of the panel that they did not know that witnesses or the suspects were being tortured to obtain confessions?
Loy wax na ci kaddu gi nga xamne ñi bokk ci panel bobu wax nañ ko woné né ñoom xamuñ won né kaddu yi nga xamne mom la ñu jëlé ci sédé yu ba lañ ko doon am dañ leen def ay mitital ak ay bugal yo xamne mom lañ leen tek ñu doon ko jot.
If I am allowed, may I please ask who of inside the panel made this statement?
it wouldn't matter. It's just a proposition. What would you say to the suggestion by anybody that members of the panel did not know that the witnesses or suspects were being tortured to obtain their confessions?
Lolu amul solo lol lañu laccé rek moy yow lo mëna wax su fekké né wax nañ né amna kenn ko xamné bayé ko na ci panel bi té wax na ñoom duñ daan yek mitital yi ak bugal yi nga xamné ñu ko doon tek ñoñu bala ñoo jot kaddu yoy ci seen loxo.
That's a very worrying statement.
Dana nek ay kaddu yo xamné lu jaxlé la.
Why?
Because I heard a witness testifying here that he was instructed to be taken down and beaten.
Ndax dégg naa fii koo xam ne ni ñëw na fi teewal fi ay seedem ne amoon na ndigal buñ ko joxoon de wàccee ko ci suuf dal di ko dóor.
While some members of the panel were standing up and looking down from the window.
Am na ñenn ñi nga xam ne bokkoon nañ ci penc gestu boobu ñu ngi taxawoon ci seen palanteer di yundu ci suuf.
So it would be very worrying to hear something like that.
Na dana nekk nag loo xam ne ni luy jaaxle la pour dégg loolu.
Would the statement be true or false?
Addu buñ ko waxé dëgg la wala du dëgg?
I wouldn't believe that statement.
It is one thing to believe something and not to believe it. It's another thing for the statement to be true or false.
The
statements would not be true.
Would not be true, or the statements are patently false. Because would be true means munna ñaka don dega. Ñun utuñ lolu. Liñ bëgga xam moy dégalam du dega. Du yefi munna ñaka nekk dega ndax munna don dega. Yi affaire gi moy dégalam du dega. Let's hit the nail on the head.
Du dega.
It's not true.
We have heard that nobody was ever tortured during the interrogations by the panel.
Ko xamne mugal nañ ko wala metital nañ ko ci jamono ji nga xamé né jambur yoy ñu doon def ay laccé def ay gëstu ci seen mbir.
Is that true or false?
Digala wala dit?
It's not true.
Du deug.
In effect, you are suggesting therefore that witnesses were tortured even during the interrogations by the panel.
Bon mel na ni yow sa gis-gis moy li nga wax moy ne dal ñi nga xamne ñu doon def ay gëstu yoy ci ñoom ñu leen doon door di leen laaj ci kanami panel bi.
Yes.
Deug la. Wow.
We have received information that you are not only in daily contact with Mr. Haidara for briefing, you are also in contact with Tumbul Tamba and Musa Jame on a daily basis to be briefed by what was happening at the panel.
Am nañ fi xibaar tamit ne amuloo rek ci bés bu set ngay jokkoo ak ki nga xam ne moo di Haidara waaye jot nañ xibaar tamit ne di ngay jokkoo ak Tumbul Tamba ak Musa Jame bor bu set ci mbiri liggéey boobu.
I can confirm being in touch with Mr. Haidara every day at the end of the day.
Mun naa dëggal ne dinaa daan jokkoo ak Mr. Haidara bor bu set jeexteel liggéey bi.
But I was very careful not to be very closely associated with the two others, the soldiers, Tamba and Maliam Mungu.
Waaye dama daan bàyyi xel lool pour bu ma am ak ñoom jokkoo di ñaari soldat yooyu di Tamba ak Maliam Mungu.
They would bump into me or they would come to my office once in a while, say, good morning sir, greet and go away.
Léegoo-léeg dañuy ñëw suma office nag nuyu ma dal di génn.
But I had little to do with them.
Waaye nag lu tuuti laa am doon jëflanteeg ñoom.
Because I prefer to give them a long arm.
Ndax dama bëggoon a sorianteeg ñoom.
Would you have conversations with them?
Dañ daan am waxtaan ak ñoom.
No, I discourage contact with them.
Dama daan tayaloo jokkoo ak ñoom.
Would they ever come to your office?
They would.
Dañ daan ñëw sa office.
And you don't drive them away, do you?
Te doo leen di dàqade ndax.
It wouldn't be nice to drive them away, but I definitely discourage.
Du doon teggi na pour ma dàq leen waaye nag danaa di teyal pour jokkoo ak ñoom.
They come to your office.
Dañoo ñëw sa office.
You don't send them away.
Doo leen dàq.
So
you would talk to them.
I make sure the conversation is very, very short.
Dama daan fexe rek bi gis ne loolu lu ñuy wax ak ñoom dafay gàtt.
Mr. Jama would come and say, "Good morning, sir. Look, me, sir." I said, "I've seen you."
He would
come and salute, give you all the respect, so-called respect, and say, "Look, me, sir."
We are
here, sir. I say, "I've seen you." Then I pretend to be busy and I give him my back.
Well, we were made to understand that these were in fact the real powers of the panel. True or false?
Yes, that is why I avoided them. I did not trust them.
But in view of all the fear that surrounded all of you at the time, wouldn't it be rather unbelievable that you would treat the people with the power with such contempt as to give them your back while they are standing there? Especially these persons, as they were described, were the eyes and ears of Yaya Jammeh at the panel.
Indeed, I wouldn't say I treated them with contempt.
Well, Mr. Sam, if a person comes to your office and you answer shortly, "I am seeing you," and then you give them your back, that is even worse than treating them with contempt. Ci nit ñi nga xamne ñoo amé won doole ji nga xamne ñoo fay won bëti ya Jammeh di fay noppam lolu xawna yéme de
ni nga ko waxee du noonu. Maslaha dama daan maslaha.
I compromise with them sometimes.
Yeah, maslaha. I try to be nice and diplomatic.
I think so. I will think very much so.
Yes, I try to be nice and diplomatic.
But not only nice and diplomatic, you are also accommodating.
What would
one do with an uninvited guest?
You send them packing.
Armed.
Pardon?
Yeah, armed. No, lead counsel, the issue is lead counsel, there was really no love lost.
There may not have been love lost, all right? But certainly there was compliance and cooperation and accommodation.
Tumbul Tama and Maliam Munku were not of use to me because the sort of information I would want from them, they wouldn't be able to give it at my level.
Tumbul Tamba ak Maliam Mungu to ni minda kaddo yi lima daan buga amé ci ñoom duñ mako daan jox.
But they were useful to Yaya Jammeh. And that made them useful to you. Because they were in constant hourly contact with Yaya Jammeh.
No, I did not. I wouldn't say they were of use to me. Like I said, I kept them at a distance. And I'm being very frank about it. Martin said it, that he was an observer. These people will come in intermittently in my office. feel my pulse.
Set numa mel.
Look around.
Bàyyi xel li ci biir.
And go.
Dem.
One would come today.
Another
would come today or in the next 2 days.
But the fact is you were in regular contact with them. Even though you try to keep them in abeyance, you were in regular contact with them.
Why did I be more than ding dan faral di joko ak ñom degal nak yang non nga sori wante ak ñom way terewul dal ding dan joko ak ñom.
I wouldn't say I was in regular contact with them.
Duma wax ne say bu ne dama daan joko ak ñom.
The contacts were irregular.
Joko bu na du daan nek waxtu ne.
They imposed themselves on us.
Ñom ñoo daan dugal seen bopp ci ñun.
Would come and spy around the agency.
Ñu ñëw di bàyyi xel di yedu béréb bi liggéey kaay bi.
And there was nothing I could do about it.
Te loolu na amul dara lu ma ci mën a def.
What you could have done, Mr. Sambou.
Li nga waroon def, Mr. Sambou.
Or would you agree that your professional and ethical obligations demanded that you sent honest and objective reports, correct?
Ndax di nga nangu ne ci sa wàllu liggéey ni mu war a doxee ak sa wàllu munam liggéey report bi nga xam ne moom nga waroon a yónnee dafa war a nekk report boo xam ne bu déggu la bu jaar yoon.
ak li luwaa santaane mooy nga joxe report yoo xam ne dafa déggu jaar yoon. What do you say to that?
Report si ma doon am mooy ñu jëlee ci gaay yi ma war a yónnee ci suma boss te loolu laa def.
Reports that I used to have is the one that we collect from the panel and send it to the boss, and that's what I did.
But you knew fully well that those reports contained confessions that were extorted, coerced out of these witnesses.
Waaye nag nangu nga ne report boobu ni ngeen ko jëlee ci seeni borom da ngeen leen forcer noot leen ba mun a jot kàddu yooyu ci seen loxo te àndul ak luwa.
Council is repeating what we've already agreed on.
Council yaa ngi delluwaat rek ci li ñu wax ba pare.
Daf ko jar moo tax. What agree with that?
Of course.
Good. So knowing fully well that these reports are unlawful.
Xam nga ne yow jaxaran ne report yooyu àndul ak luwa.
You know that, didn't you?
Xam nga ko du dëgg.
I knew, yes.
Waaw xam naa ko.
But you sent them.
Waaye yónnee nga ko.
As regular reports.
Mel ni jamono bu ci nekk ni nga yónnee report yi rek.
Without stating anywhere in those reports that the information contained in the reports were illegally obtained.
Te amul fenn foo binda ci report bi ne xibaar yi nga xam ne moo nekk ci report boobu ni ngeen ko jotee àndul ak yoon.
Is that what happened?
Loolu moo xew.
I have told council here,
wax naa council fii,
that if I were to risk doing that,
su fekkee ne répondre naa
let's first establish what you did, and then we would go into the reasons why. But let's first establish what you did.
Nañ njëkk a taxawal li nga xam ne loolu nga def njëkk buñ paree nag ñu soog a wax lan moo tax nga def ko.
I had a duty to send reports and I did.
Ma amoon wàll pour seen yónnee report bi te du laa def.
But the duty you had was to send legally certifiable reports.
Waaye li nga xam ne moo woon sa warugal ci report boobu mooy nga joxe report boo xam ne bu ànd ak luwaa la bu déggu la.
Not reports of confessions that were falsely obtained.
Report mu ne xibaar
or coerced out of these.
Xibaar boo xam ne da ngeen noot seeni borom ba mun koo jëlee ci ñoom ay kàddu yoo xam ne àndul ak luwaa.
Those were the reports of the day.
Loolu moo nekkoon report yu bés bi
that time.
ci jamono boobu.
I understand where you're coming from, and in all fairness, we should give you the opportunity to explain that. But before we explain that, you have to accept and agree what was the quality or the nature of the reports that were sent. Let's first establish that.
We've agreed on that already, Council.
What is it that we have agreed? Put it on the record, and then we would move on. Put it on the record. What is it that we have agreed?
That the reports were, the contents of the reports were extracted or extorted under duress.
Liñ ëmb ci bataaxel boobu moo nekk ne lañ jëlee bataaxel yi ci ñoom seeni kàddu dañ ko jël ci ak forcé.
Okay, and let's take it a step forward. And you sent the reports knowing fully well that the confessions were illegally obtained, correct?
Wa ñu jël ko ndanka ndanka te report bobu na bam paré da ngeen ko jël joxe ko ebale ko fi mu wara dem.
Yow dang ko jël yónnee ko.
dang ko yónnee te on na la ne ni ngeen ko jotee andul ak loi.
Correct?
If I did not send the reports, it would be treated as concealment or something else.
No. You're telling me reasons. Let's first establish the facts, and then we will go to your reasons. Let's just first establish the facts.
yaa ngi doon wax li tax nga def ko waaye nañ gën a taxawal li nga xam ne moom nga def njëkk ñu soog a wax lan moo tax nga def ko.
We have to know what is it that was done before we talk about the reasons why that was done.
foog ñu xam li nga def lan la njëkk balaa ñoo wax lan tax nga def ko.
I've said it.
Move first. Okay, then let's say it again for the purposes of clarity.
waa léegi bon nañ ko waxaat ngir leeral mbir mi.
You sent these reports with the full knowledge that the confessions in these statements were illegally obtained.
Report boobu mu di xibaar yooyu da nga koy ebale joxe ko te fekk óor na la peng ne la xibaar yooyu li nga xam ne moom lañ binda ba ngeen ko jot ci seeni borom ci anam yoo xam ne àndut ak luwaa.
Do you agree with that?
ànd nga ci loolu.
I agree with that.
nangu naa ci loolu. Thank you very much.
jërëjëf.
Why did you do it?
léegi nag lu tax nga def ko.
Now you have your chance.
Duty bound to do it.
Dama amoon warugal pour def ko. But Mr. Sambou, you're talking about duty.
waaye Sambou yaa ngi doon wax lu aju ne sa liggéey la.
The concept of duty derives from obligations.
li nga xam ne moo la ñoo wax ni sa liggéey la ñu ngi ko jëlee ci anam yoo xam ne sa warugal la.
Your duty was to send a lawful report and not a fake report.
lii war sa liggéey digga mooy nga joxe xibaar boo xam ne bu dëggu la waaye nag du joxe xibaar boo xam ne nag doonu dëgga.
What do you say to that?
Lead counsel today.
Lead counsel tey.
We are here today. One would be able to sit down and analyze, characterize those reports. During those times, you just do things as you are ordered to. And you dare not question. God forbid. And lead counsel knows that.
Lead counsel is not testifying.
Lead counsel
lead counsel is asking questions to bring out information from those testifying as to what has happened.
Lead counsel moom toogaayam fii rek mooy mu jëlee ay xibaar ci ñi nga xam ne ñoo di joxe seen seede ci li nga xam ne moo xewoon.
You have characterized a terrible situation.
feeñal nga fi xew-xew boo xam ne lu doy waar la.
We also have to show the illegality of the conduct of the various actors during that period.
waaye ba léegi tamit ñun tam dinañ wane li nga xam ne ñooñu ñu ngi ko doon def te àndul ak luwa.
Because if you don't have people who would bend the law to please Jammeh, Jammeh would not or could not have been a dictator.
ndaxte su fekkoon ne amuñ woon ay nit ñoo xam ne ñu ngi labaj li nga xam ne moo di luwa bi di ko jox Jammeh bon Jammeh du doon nekk nit koo xam ne dafa doxal nguuri jaay doole ci kaw nit ñi.
So I would say it all emanated from the peak, the top. Not from down to him. He gave orders and gave instructions. And they were to be done. Like the Pharaoh said, let it be said, let it be done. Do it. There are consequences.
Are you telling us that you were ordered by Jammeh to send him fake reports?
da nga bëgg wax ne Jammeh daf lu digal ngeen jox ko xibaar boo xam ne doonu dëgg.
I don't know whether they were fake or not. But I did send him reports.
But Mr. Sambou, you can't huff and puff at the same time. You have told us that you know that the confessions in these reports were illegally obtained.
waaye wax nga ñu ne li nga xam ne moo di xibaar yoo ngeen doon jot da ngeen ko jot ci anam yoo xam ne àndul ak luwa.
We've agreed on that, Council.
Exactly. So therefore, the reports you submitted were false. They include some fundamental element of dishonesty and violation of law.
loolu la nag fi mu nekk nii wane na ne léegi report boobu nga xam ne moom ngeen joxe li mu ëmb ay mbir la yoo xam ne yàqal luwaa la te dégguwul.
ak rambaaj ak tapale moo nekk ci report si. True or false?
Under those prevalent circumstances, yes.
Were you told by Jame to do that?
Jame moo la wax nga def loolu.
Jame didn't want to know what sort of reports they were. He just wanted to say that Jame was a Machiavellian.
Could you
know what Machiavelli was?
Could you explain what you mean by that?
The end justifies the means. I want something, just get it for me. The way I want it.
Hence the question I asked. Did Jame tell you that this is the report I wanted? Or did you take it upon yourself to say that this is the report he wanted, so you gave him that report? Which is which?
No, Jame wanted something from the detainee. Anyhow. And he got a report. From the detainee. Based on that, anyhow.
There are a lot of blanks to fill. We want to know what is anyhow.
am na bayal yu bari yoo xam ne moom lañ wala fàttali dañu bëgg a xam boo waxee ne ak ci nu ko mën a amee.
We wanted to know what you mean by wanted a type of report. We want to know what that means.
dañ bëgg nga wax ñu dafa soxla façon xibaar dañ bëgg nga wax ñu loolu lu tekki.
Let's call things by their proper names.
li ci nekk daal nañ ko waxee ni mu war a demee.
Fill in the blanks with real facts.
Wow, léegi nag waxal ñu feccali bayal bi ak dëgg.
Don't keep us guessing.
bul tax ñu toog fii rek di xalaat.
I wouldn't do that.
Duma def loolu. I would think so.
Why would that? Jack is suspected to be a coupist. Go and get Jack. Interrogate him.
Jack dañ njott ne dafa dugal loxom ci coup. Jàpp leen Jack laaj leen ko.
Proceed.
You call Jack, you ask him, he tells you no, he's not a coupist.
Nga o Jack laaj ko ne ko ndax bokk nga mu ne bokk ci coup.
You go back to him and tell him, he says he's not.
Nga delluwaat ci moom nga ne ko Jack mu ne déedéet.
He says he's lying.
Mu ne la déedéet dafay fen.
Go and make sure you make him talk.
Demal nga def loo mën nga gis ne daa wax na.
And he sends his boys to go
mu yónni ay nitam
and make Jack talk.
Pour Jack wax.
Then Jack talks.
Bu Jack waxee.
They give you the report, you go and give him. That's what he
ñu
wants.
jox la report bi nga dem àggal ko loolu la bëggoon.
What else?
Ak lan?
But in the report, you wouldn't say to him that, well, Jack was beaten to a pulp, and then he said he did it.
Why?
That is unlawful.
Why?
Would you say that in the report?
No.
Don't you think that you are ethically obliged to do that?
At your peril.
Let's not talk about perils yet. Let's just talk about obligations. Because you talked about your duty. Now let's talk about what your duty entails. And this is very important because the whole country is watching, civil servants are watching, public officers are watching. It is important that people know what are lawful orders and what are unlawful orders, and what is unlawful conduct by public officers.
waa léegi dañ war a wax nag li nga xam ne moo di sa liggéey ak ni nga xam ne noonu nga ko waroon a doxalee ndax jamono ji nekk ni ñëpp a ngee seetaan ñii liggéey ci nguur gi ak liggéeykat yi ak ñeneen ñëpp a ngee seetaan te jaadu na nag pour ñu mun a xam liggéey dëgg-dëgg ci yan yoon nga ko war a jaalale ba méngoo ak luwaa.
The whole country knows, those watching, that those things were not correct. That was what revealed. There were times when Jammeh would have an interest in a particular case in court. People would talk about it, that he would call the magistrate or the judge to influence the outcome of the case. And we all know what happened.
In essence, there were people who were doing Jammeh's bidding. What Jammeh wanted, there were people there to do that for him.
Bon daal dafa mel ni amoon na ay nit ñoo xam ne rek ñoom ñooy defal Jammeh li mu bugga lépp loo xam ne moom la bugga am na ay nit ñoo xam ne ñoo ko koo defal.
Irrespective of whether that act was in line with the law or against the law.
moo xam ndax loolu mu leen defloo ànd na ak loi wala àndul ak loi.
Is that true?
Irrespective of whether it was under duress, through fear, or by their own free will.
We will come to that. We would come back to that. Let's just establish the facts first. Would you accept that by sending those sanitized reports, you have in fact done Jammeh's bidding by submitting the reports which did not show the true character of how they were obtained?
ndax dinañ nangu ne report boobu nga xam ne moom ngeen ebal ci Jammeh da ngeen ko ko jox te wanu leen ko anam yi nga xam ne noonu ngeen jotee report yi.
I would anyway send him the reports.
We know you sent reports.
I know I would send them.
We are now trying to interrogate the nature and type of reports that were sent. These were sanitized reports which did not show the true character of how the information and the evidence contained in them were obtained.
léegi nag dañ bëgg a safet loolu nga xam ne moom la report bi ëmba pour xam ne report bi ni nga xam ne noonu lañ ko joxee àndul ak ni nga xam ne noonu la loi santaane te wanu leen ko ci war report boobu nga xam ne moom ngeen binda.
Yes, and this is the second or third time I'm answering that question.
And Mr. Sambou, for as long as ambiguity or lack of clarity is injected into the evidence, I would go back and clarify them.
te ba léegi de bu fekkee ne li nga xam ne mooy seede gi lim ëmba leeru torop dinaa continuer rek ba tey di ko laajte ndax mu gën a leer.
I'm a council service.
And thank you for your cooperation.
At council service.
Why did you do this? Why did you send these reports knowing fully well that they have a fundamental legal defect, which is obtaining confessions by extortion, as you call it?
lan moo tax ngeen joxe xibaar yooyu te óor leen ne mu ngi ëmba ay xibaar yoo xam ne ni ngeen ko amee da ngeen noot seeni borom ba jëlee ko ci seen loxo te àndul ak loi comme ni nga ko waxee.
Knowing fully well that they would be the basis of prosecution.
xamoon ngeen ne tamit ci xibaar yooyu ci la ñoo mën a sukkandiku pour àtte seeni borom.
Why did you do that?
lan moo tax nga def ko.
I wish I had another option. Definitely wish I had another option. Being in that hot seat. Under those prevailing circumstances.
What were the prevailing circumstances?
I have stated in my statement that the Gambia was practically under a state of emergency, undeclared state of emergency.
waxoon naa ci sumay kàddu ne jamono jooju réewi Gambie ñu ngi woon ci jamono jot batu kaaraange boo xam ne sax dañ ko yébaane wutoon rek.
During this process, you met with Madame Ramziya Diab, didn't you? Did you have a conversation with her?
The conversation was not private. His Excellency gave instructions to the then State Guards Commander,
Who do you refer to as His Excellency?
Yaya Jammeh.
Yaya Jammeh dafa joxoon ndigal mu tego ci kaw loxo ki nga xam ne moo jiite woon State Guards Serigne Modou Ndiaye.
That Ramziya should be presented, should be questioned.
That ne Ramziya dañ ko war a laaj.
Should interview her myself and Serigne Modou.
War nañ ko toog laaj ko man ci suma bopp man Serigne Modou.
And this is what Serigne Modou transmitted to me.
Te lii la ma Serigne Modou jottali.
That we should meet at my office at the headquarters by 9 in the evening.
Te dañ war a tase maag yow ci suñ makkaan gu mag yi ni ki juróom-ñeenti waxtu yi ci guddi.
I said okay.
Ma ne waaw.
And he told me why.
Mu wax ma itamit lu tax.
He said he wanted to know if Ramziya knew how much she knew about Tombong's purported involvement in the March 2006 coup d'etat.
Ndax HE dafa bëggoon a xam ndax Ramzi xam na ak nu mu xamee lu jëm ci lan Tombong ndax tuumaal bi ñu ko tuumaal ci wàlli coup boobu amoon.
I went at night.
Ma dem fa.
At 9.
Ci juróom-ñeenti waxtu yi ci guddi.
Serigne Modou was nowhere to be seen.
Serigne Modou nag fekkuma ko gisuma ko.
Ramziya was there.
Ramziya moom mu ngi fa woon.
So I called Serigne Modou on the phone.
Ma téléphone Serigne Modou si téléphone.
He gave me a flimsy excuse.
Mu daldi ma jox nag ab gantal.
Me it was flimsy.
Ci man nag nekkoon na gantal boo xam ne nii gantal bu ñàkk fayda la.
Based on the fact that he said HE instructed us.
Ci kaw jamono bi nga xam ne moo waxoon ne HE moo ñu jox ndigal.
I think he should have been there.
Kon nag yaakaar naa ne moom waroon na faa nekk.
He said I could carry on and talk to the lady.
Dama wax ne nag naa continuer rek mun a waxtaan ak soxna si.
And so
ci kaw loolu
I took her to the panel.
Ma yóbbu ko ci panel bi.
Because that's what I thought we were supposed to do.
Ndax loolu laa foog ne loolu lañ waroon a def.
Me and Serigne Modou should witness her being interviewed at the panel.
Man ak Serigne Modou waroon nañoo teew ci jamono boo xam ne ñu ngi koy laaj ci panel bi.
Unfortunately,
waaye nag ci loolu.
When I took her to the panel,
bi ma ko yóbboo ci panel bi.
I told them
ma wax leen ne
what the assignment was.
Li nga xam ne moo doon liggéey bi.
And I left.
Ndigal bi ci laa dem.
I said, okay, please give me a report.
Ci laa leen wax ne nag ngeen jotee ma bataaxel.
Tomorrow morning.
Ni ki ëllëg ci suba.
And I went home.
Ci laa dem ñibbi.
In the morning.
Ci suba si.
I went.
Ma dem.
I went to the panel.
Ma dem ci panel bi.
I met Ramziya sitting in the next room, small room.
Ma fekk Ramziya mu ngi toog ci beneen néeg bi, néeg bu ndaw.
As soon as she saw me,
jamono bi ma gisee rek,
she jumped up.
Mu dal di jóg.
And hugged me.
Mu dal di ma langaamu.
Started crying bitterly.
Commencé di jooy jooy yu métti.
I said, what happened?
Ma laaj ko lu xew.
I sat her down.
Ma toogloo ko.
She said, Harry, them beat me.
Harry dañ ma dóor.
Ma ne ko what?
Ma ne ko lan?
Them beat me.
Dañ ma dóor.
For a lady like Ramziya.
Were you surprised?
Jigéen ju mel ni Ramziya.
For a lady like Ramziya, yes.
Why were you surprised? She
had a very good relation, brotherly sister relationship with Yaya Jammeh.
Dafa amoon jokkoo bu rafet jokkoo maga càmmeñ ak jigéenam moo Yaya Jammeh.
But would that matter to Yaya Jammeh? You said he was Machiavellian. Those were your words.
I'm not denying it. No, I asked her. She told me.
But you ought to have expected that she would be beaten.
ne dinañ ko door.
Ramsey is a lady.
Ramsey jigéen la woon.
But did Yaya Jammeh give difference to women as we would in our society? Did Yaya Jammeh give difference to women?
Ndax Yaya Jammeh moom dinay utale jigéen ñi góor ñi dinay faral jigéen ñi comme ñun niñ ko dee defee rek ci suñu aada.
I don't know, but I am also human.
xaw ma de waaye ndax may nit la.
No, but answer the question directly. Did Yaya Jammeh give any difference to women?
waa uyul rek ndax Yaya dinay ràññee jigéen ñi.
Yaya Jammeh spoke a lot about women, promoting women.
wax na lu bari girls.
ndax Yaya Jammeh dina daan jox jigéen cër koo xam ne ñu ngi ko tuumal yi fi ay coup d'état ndax joxe na ci cër.
Ah, loolu xaw ma ci dara de.
ndax gis nga kum fi musa jox cër ci lu demee noonu.
gisaguma woon ci affaire coup d'état boobu la jigéen bu fa taaw.
In that particular incident, Ramzia was not the only woman who was accused of some form of involvement.
ci jamono boobu sax du rek ne Ramzia kenn rek moom lañ boole woon ci ñi nga xam ne am nañ loxo ci coup d'état boobu.
Which other woman, please?
yeneen jigéen ñan la.
Mariam Denton was arrested at the same time, wasn't she?
Mariam Denton tam dañ ko jàppoon ci benn jamono boobu ndax.
Not related to the coup.
waaye na du dara lu mu jëf ak mbiri coup bi.
But in relation to being a threat to Yaya Jammeh's position as president.
Yes.
Wow.
Was she given any difference that she's a lady?
That was after
am na benn cër buñ ko joxoon ne comme jigéen la rek ñu cëral ko.
They were almost at the same time.
gannaaw Ramsey la.
daanaka benn jamono bi la woon.
They were both detained at the same time.
ñoom ñëpp ci benn jamono bi lañ leen jàppoon.
Even though they were arrested at different times.
dëggal na nag waxtu yi ñu leen jàppee du benn waxtu bi.
You agree?
I do.
Namuna.
And neither of them was given any difference for being a woman.
kenn ci ñoom cërale wuñ leen ne comme ñoom jigéen la ñu jox leen cëri jigéen.
I was not to understand that the junglers definitely maltreated them.
mu jéggi nag ci laa yëg nag ne jonglers si daal toroxal nañ leen.
And I made it point blank to him, clear.
daa ko leeralal.
I went to him and I told him.
ma dem ci moom wax ko ko.
Him who?
kan.
Yaya Jammeh, the president then.
Yaya Jammeh ci boppam.
And tell us about the conversations.
wax ñu li nga xam ne moom la waxtaanee.
I told him that Ramzia first.
But before that, in your conversation with Ramzia, did she tell you, apart from the fact that she was beaten, did she say where the instructions to beat her came from?
waa balaa loolu sax ci waxtaan yi nga xam ne def nga ko ak Ramzia lu uute nag bi mu la langaamoo benn la dañ ma dóor xari ndax wax na la kan la fan la ndigal li jógee ne dañ ko war a dóor.
When Ramzia was talking to me and I was trying to pacify her.
time bi ma xamee Ramzia mu ngi doon waxtaan ma ko doon jéem a seddal xolam di ko muñloo.
Musa Jammeh was standing behind us.
Musa Jammeh mu ngi taxawoon ci suñ gannaaw.
I didn't see him.
gisuma woon ko.
Of course, I held Ramzia like this and I was trying to pacify her.
maa ngi ko téye boor nii rek di waxtaan ak moom.
When I asked her, why did they beat you?
ko laajee lan moo tax ñu dóor la.
She said they said I was not saying the truth.
ci la ma wax ne dañu wax ne nekkuma woon di wax dëgg. Mike.
Did she say anything about treatment?
wax na leneen lu aju ci li nga xam ne noonu lañ ko doon defee.
wax na loo xam ne involve na the word treatment.
Treatment like how?
ñu mel naka.
She said anything that included the word treatment, as far as you can recall.
ndax wax na la benn kàddu bu wane ne treatment niñ ko doon jëflantee ak moom comme loo mën a fàttaliku daal.
She told me they beat her. Why? Because she did not say the truth. Why are they treating me like this?
Did you talk to Musa Jammeh, who was there, standing right next to you?
When I stood up,
I
turned around and saw him. I said, Musa, is it true what she said? He smiled. Then he said, well, Oga said we should make her talk.
ci la ma wax ne oga mu ne dañ ko wara def mu wax.
I shook my head.
La yëngal suma bopp bi.
Told Ramzia it's okay, I tried to pacify her.
In your statement, paragraph 25,
paragraph 25
said, what I had shocked me to say the least.
Yes.
Lima dega daf ma tiital.
I made an effort to calm her down with little success.
Jéem naa daal pour jéem koo dalal daal waaye mënta antu.
The late Captain Musa Jame was apparently standing by observing the scene.
Dem si Yàlla si Musa Jame mu ngi taxawoon di seetlu mbir yi ni moo doxee.
When I asked him what happened,
ba ma ko laajee lu xew.
he retorted that
mu daal di wax ne.
Ramzia was not cooperating.
Ramzia daal ànd dimbalewu leen ci liñ doon def.
And Oga had given the order
te Oga dafa joxe ndigal li ne.
to give her some VIP treatment for her to talk.
Nañ fexe jox ko li ñu ooyee VIP treatment ndax mu mun a wax.
That is what you have in your statement.
loolu nga bind ci sa kàddu yi.
Yes, I now remember.
Waaw léegi mun naa fàttaliku.
Is that true?
It is
loolu
true.
dëgg la.
Dëgg la.
It is true.
Dëgg la.
When he said to you, Oga, do you know who he was referring to?
Bam la waxee ne Oga ndax xam nga kan la doon wax.
There was only one Oga.
Ben Oga rek lañ fi amoon.
Yaya Jammeh.
Mu Yaya Jammeh.
I should be scared when they call me Oga in the streets.
But they can call you Oga Patak Pata. And that will make a difference.
Oga Beng Beng?
Yes, it was sad, very sad with council. Because we grew up together with Ramzia.
You said we.
Then ñu ñoo matandoor ak Ramzia.
And Ramzia. Me and Ramzia.
Man ak Ramzia.
Yaya Jammeh included?
Yaya Jammeh ci la bokk.
They were neighbors.
Ay dëkkandoor lañ woon.
So you all
I don't live near Ramzia.
Dëkkuma woon nag boori ñoom Ramzia.
They live next to my auntie.
Dafa dëkkoon ci suma boori tante.
And I will go and visit my auntie and I will see them.
Te léegi dinaa daan dem seeti suma tante te ma gis ko.
So I went to Oga.
Ci laa dem ci Oga.
And I raised the issue.
Ci laa wax nag mbir yooyu.
He looked up at me.
Mu dal di ma xool.
Tell us what you told him.
wax ñu lan ko wax lan la.
I said Ramzia told me they beat her.
Dama ko wax ne ko Ramzia wax na ma ne dañ ko dóor.
Did you tell him that I was told that Oga ordered that she be given the VIP treatment?
ndax wax nga koy tamit ne Oga moo joxe ndigal ne dañ ko war a jox li ñoo wax VIP treatment.
No, I didn't tell him that.
Déedéet loolu waxuma ko ko.
Okay.
I just told him that what Ramzia told me.
Dama ko wax rek ne ko li ma Ramzia wax.
How did he react?
naka la ko jëlee nag moom.
Said she should say the truth.
Daf ma wax ne ma dafa war a wax dëgg.
Go and tell her to say the truth.
Dama nga wax ko ni mu wax dëgg.
Let her remember that she has family and children.
Na dem wax ko ne mu fàttale ko ne moom dafa am njaboot.
After all, she is a sister.
Gannaaw loolu tamit suma ab jigéen la.
I said yes, sir.
Ma ne ko waaw, yes sir.
I went down.
Proceed.
Went down.
Ma dem si suuf.
Came back to the office.
Ma ñëwaat ci office bi.
And spoke to Ramzia.
Ma waxtaan ak Ramzia.
She said she swore that what she said was true.
La waat ne moom li mu wax looy dëgg.
And then?
pare.
That was all she knew.
Ne loolu rek la xam.
And I went back to Oga.
La delluwaat ci Oga.
Yaya Jammeh.
Yaya Jammeh.
And told him.
Ma wax ko ko.
I said, I think you should let her go.
Ma ne ko dama yaakaar ne daal dañ ko war a bàyyi mu dem.
He said, okay, you can go.
La ma wax ne ma léegi mun ngaa dem.
But a day or two later, he instructed that she be released.
Benn fan wala ñaar ci lañ joxe ndigal ne mën nañ ko bàyyi mu ñibbi.
Did Yaya Jammeh at any occasion tell you that you either have to make Ramzia speak the truth or you replace Ramzia at the hotel?
ndax am na benn jamono boo xam ne Yaya Jammeh wax na la ne la danga war a mun a fexe Ramsiya wax dëgg wala yow nga jël palaasam ca hôtel ba.
That also included Mariam Dentin.
loolu tamit boole na ci Mariam Dentin.
When I went to talk to him about Mariam,
bi ma demee pour wax ko lu jëm ci mbiri Mariam,
he asked me, do you want to replace them?
ci la ma wax ne ma ndax da nga leen bëgg a remplacer.
The door is open.
bunta baa ngi ubbi de.
I shook my head. I just kept quiet.
waaw bi yëngat suma bopp bi rek ma noppi.
You were terrified.
danga ragaloon.
Why would I want to go to mile 2 for what?
lan moo tax ma bëgg a dem mile 2 ci lan.
I didn't say that. The question is you were just terrified.
waxuma lool de dama ne
You either say yes you were or not.
waxal ne waaw wala déet.
I will for no reason want to go to mile 2.
duma am ci benn yoon boo xam ne dinaa bëgg a dem mile 2.
For not having done anything.
ci def ci loo xam ne ni defuma dara.
So you did what you did in self-preservation.
bon dafa mel ne li nga def danga ko def pour aar sa boppa.
I am also a family man and a human being.
may tamit borom njaboot laa te nit laa.
I had an old mother at home.
maa ngi am suma yaay ju màgget ci kër ga.
So it's not a matter of self-preservation.
nekkul nag loo xam ne pour aar suma bopp la.
I had mouths to feed.
dama am njaboot goo xam ne maa leen war a dundal.
And at the time I was an innocent somebody.
jamono jooju nag nekk naa ni koo xam ne ni ku set la.
I mean, I can understand that the circumstances were terrible.
xamoon naa ne jamono boobu ni mbir yi tëddee woon lu doy waar la woon.
But we have to call a spade a spade.
waaye nag ni mbir yi daxee foog ñu ooyee ko noonu rek.
You became compliant.
yow da nga nekk koo xam ne yaa ngi jàppale.
Out of fear.
ci anam goo xam ne anam gu raglu la yoon.
Yes.
ci ak ragal.
Nonetheless, you realized that what you did was unlawful.
benn tey de xam nga ne li nga def àndut ak luwa.
Today I realized.
waaw tey xam naa ko.
And I went to Ramsey and apologized.
But even then,
when I got her released.
but even then, you knew the nature and consequences of your conduct. You knew it was unlawful, yet you went along with it.
I wish counsel were in my shoes.
I wish not, Mr. Sambou.
This is it.
I wish not.
This is it. This is it.
You were compliant.
I was compliant.
waaw dama daan dimbale.
Now let's go to the Freedom newspaper saga.
léegi nag ñu dem ci mbiri Freedom newspaper.
Tell us what happened.
wax ñu la na fa xew.
Counsel, before you get to that, just one point that's not clear to me. You're saying that Jammeh was giving women cherry to eat or what? You said cherry.
ndax da nga wax ne Jammeh daf doon def.
Was it some kind of concoction? I mean, some food to eat and
No.
Not in this situation.
No. I didn't hear that. I think the only mention with regards to Jammeh and women was whether he was giving them deference or whether he was giving them the same treatment as men.
Oh, that's not cherry.
No, it's not cherry.
Oh, I thought you were he was giving them cherry.
It was rather beating VIP treatment.
D'accord. Okay, continue.
Thank you.
Sorry.
dañu leen doon jox cër.
President Jammeh had reports that the Freedom newspaper wrote an article.
The Freedom newspaper dañ bind benn.
Well, not an article, but articles about him once in a while.
ay xibaar.
Severely criticizing him, Panderi
yoo xam ne dañ ko doon ŋàññi bu baax a baax. Panderi Mbaye.
Unforgiving.
boo xam ne ni jéggalewut ko.
So yeah, and his regime. Somehow he thought some people who had access to the Freedom website were supplying Panderimbai with information based on which he wrote such sketching. So he managed to get one or two. They were detained.
ñu daldi leen jàpp.
And brought to the NIA.
ñu indi leen ci NIA bi.
That included
Lamin Cham.
Lamin Cham, journalist.
bokk na ci Lamin Cham, journalist.
Lamin Cham was a BBC stringer.
Lamin Cham moo nekkoon ki nga xam ne moo doon jottali BBC.
Malik Mboup.
Malik Mboup.
Malik Mboup.
Lamin Bojang.
Lamin Bojang.
Lamin Bojang.
Honorable Duta Kamaso.
Honorable Duta Kamaso.
Honorable Duta Kamaso.
Keba Kanyi.
Yes, Keba Kanyi.
Keba Kanyi.
Anybody who he thought had access to freedom.
Képp koo xam ne ni foog ne daal mën naa am saawa si freedom.
Freedom was not very accessible. Very few people could access it.
Freedom nekkutoon loo xam ne ñu bari mënoon nañoo am saawa si ci internet bi.
So those he thought were in direct contact. He thought they were in direct contact with.
mu yaakaar rek ne ñooñu daal ñu ngay jokkoo Panderi Mbay.
Which was not the case.
te tamit nekk na du toon loolu moo waroon moo nekkoon di am.
And these were brought into the NIA for investigation.
ñii ci lañ leen indi nag NIA pour ñu laaj leen gëstu seen mbir.
And they were detained.
ñu daldi leen téye benn place.
Some for long periods of time.
am na ñenn ñoo xam ne ni diir bu yàgg.
3 months.
ñetti weer.
And I went to him.
laa dem ci moom.
After having found out that.
gannaaw boo xamee ni gis naa ne.
Not true.
loolu du dëgg.
I think he's.
But before then.
waaye balaa loolu.
Let's interrogate some of the issues.
nañ seggam yenn ci mbir yi.
Were they allowed lawyers?
nangu woon nañ ñu am ay lawyer.
No.
That was a violation of their rights, was it not?
loolu mel ne yàq nañ seen yelleef ndax déet.
You were DG NIA.
waaw.
yow yaay woon director general NIA.
I was.
maa nekkoon foofu.
You were aware that these people were not given allowed to have lawyers.
te xamoon nga ne ñii nanguwuñ pour ñu am lawyer.
I was.
Wow.
And you knew this was a blatant violation of the Constitution.
te xam nga ne lii la xana luwaa bi ñu doxee lool.
I knew.
They were detained according to what you say, some of them for 3 months.
am na ñoo xam ne ñu leen fa teg comme ni nga ko waxee ñenn na sax ba ñetti weer.
During this period, were they taken before any court?
ci jamono jooju ndax yóbbu woon nañ leen ci court.
No.
Did it?
Another violation of their rights?
loolu tam beneen yàqal seen yelleef la.
Yes.
Wow.
In fact, the law required that they be taken before a judge and charged within 72 hours.
ndax xam sax luwaa bi li nga xam ne moom la laajte dañ leen war a yóbbu ci kanam àttekat ci diir yi ñaar fukki waxtu ak juróom-ñaar fukki waxtu ak ñaar wala ñu bàyyi leen.
Yes.
Wow.
And that law was not respected.
te luwaa boobu fonkuñ ko.
Yes.
Wow. And you knew that this was a violation when it was happening.
te xam nga ne loolu yàq luwaa la jamono bi mu doon dox.
Yes, I know.
Wow. xam naa ko.
During the interrogations, these people were tortured.
ci jamono ji ñu leen doon laaj am na ay mitital yoo xam ne teg nañ leen ko.
Yes.
Wow.
By the junglers.
The junglers yi.
At the NIA premises.
At the premises of the NIA.
ko doon defee ci ëtti NIA ba.
With the full knowledge of the NIA.
te NIA tamit xamoon nañ li doon xew.
Yes.
Wow. With the full knowledge of the Director General of the NIA.
te Director General bu NIA tam xamoon na li doon xew.
With the full knowledge of the Director General, yes.
Wow. With the full knowledge of Harry Sambou, your honorable self, that these people were being tortured to give evidence against themselves.
te yow mii ci sa bopp Harry Sambou xamoon nga ne ñii ñu ngi leen a mitital pour ñu jox ay seede yoo xam ne dafa tegu ci seen kaw.
With my full knowledge based on instructions and orders from Yaya Jammeh.
Waaw ci xam-xam bu ma leer ci ndigal loo xam ne mu ngi tukkee ci Yaya Jammeh.
One. Mr. Sambou, you knew that these instructions were unlawful.
Mr. Sambou xamoon nga ne ndigal yooyu ñu la jox àndul ak luwaa.
Yaya Jammeh's instructions are unquestionable and not negotiable.
Yaya Jammeh ay ndigalam nekkul loo xam ne lu nit war a laajte la wala loo xam ne dañ ko war a waxtaane.
I beg to differ, Mr. Sambou. Yaya Jammeh's instructions were only of 2 qualities, lawful or unlawful. The person decided what to do.
ma nangu Yaya Jammeh moom li nga xam ne mooy ndigal yi mu doon doxee ñaari fan la rek bu ànd ak loi ak bu àndut ak loi des na ci nit ki nag mu nangu ban la cee def.
Council, we have already agreed on the circumstances and time on the Yaya Jammeh. I am not here to argue with Council. I will fully agree with what Council says because I know it was wrong. I will not deny it. But I want to know, I want to make it quite clear to the Commission here, that under those circumstances, during those days, there was no way anybody could do anything contrary to what Yaya Jammeh said or wanted. And he gave specific orders for that. I have written in my statement and I'll repeat it. I wouldn't say I risked, but it took me courage and temerity to go to Yaya Jammeh and request that he release this one individually. You name them individually. Today you go for this one, tomorrow you go for that one, next week you go for that one, and he would say, you are here again to beg. Go and do your job. And I will still go. Pour one ko ne ko dañ wara bayyi diw do di tuddu seeni tour way bu wa da fay mujjé wax ne ma yow da nga ñëwa fi pour ñaan demal nga def sa liggéey. And I will beg him na continuer diko ñaan because there was no ground to keep them. Because ndek amuton ben dalil bo xamne ni amna pour ñu téy leen fa. MP Duta Kamaso was suffering from high blood pressure and diabetes. MP Duta Kamaso dafa nekkon ko xamne ni jarati hypertension la won ak sugar. She comes from Basse like me. And I knew her. In the school days, we used to travel on Lady Ride and Fulani to go on holidays from Banjul to Basse. When she found me there, she asked Mr. Sambou. I said, yes, my sister. I tried to calm things down and see how best I could sort it out. And with time, I managed to go back to Yaya Jammeh and tell him, look, this woman is your MP. She commands a considerable number of votes in her area, in Wuli. Keeping her here wouldn't tell well on you and on your party. Moreover, she was not well. I will think about it. You can go. After some time, we let her go. And so it happened with the one after the other. These guys, Lamin Cham and others. I agree. I was the DJ.
My point in all this, Mr. Sambou, is at this stage, you are implementing illegal orders knowing that these orders were unlawful. Rightly so. Wow, no. That's good. But you did it out of fear. I did it out of fear. What was your basis to be fearful? My life. Risk for my life. Risk to lose my job. The risk to be harmed. Just simple. Has anybody been harmed as far as you know? Or refusing an illegal order? Well, Mr. Sambou, we cannot base it on assumption. We have to base these things on evidence. Give me an example of somebody. I don't know anybody. I know about myself. And I can only talk about my good self. Have you been jailed for refusing to follow an unlawful order?
No, I've not been jailed, but I've been directly threatened. No, he has told me outright. If you don't do as I say, you are going. So he told me 3 or 4 times. You are going where? To my hotel. In fact, there was a time we had a cabinet meeting or senior management meeting, directors and permanent secretaries. He pointed me out. My hotel. But
Mr. Sambou, you could have simply resigned.
Who would feed my family?
So in a sense, you did a trade-off.
Not a matter of trade-off. It's a matter of survival.
No, it's a trade-off. Yeah, let me put it let me put it in this way. You served the dictator well, so that he can also serve you well, so that he can also pay you salary, so you can feed your family.
Dictator bi moy ki nga xamne mo doon def nguuri jaay doole nga defal ko li nga xamne mom la bëgga bu ko defé mom itam mu defal la li nga bëgga nga mëna dundal sa jabot.
May I please point out that the dictator did not pay me out of his pocket. I was a government civil servant. Government.
This is another important debate. You are not working as a government civil servant. You are working as a compliant officer under the dictates and under the thumb of Yaya Jammeh, doing what he wanted.
Mr. Sambou li de benen bunta la bo xamne dina mëna ubbi ab waxtaan ndaxte nekul won ko xamne da nga liggéeyal nguur gi waaye yaa ngon liggéeyal Yaya Jammeh mi nga xamne lim bëggoon nga def loolu nga daan def.
The NIA was an agency under the office of the president, of which Yaya Jammeh was the boss. NIA nekkoon na buntu liggéeykaay boo xam ne mu ngi doon yëngatu ci ron office of the president nga xam ne Yaya Jammeh moo doon boss.
But you would equally agree that your oath of office and the responsibilities entrusted to you and the general orders required that you did the work of the government honestly and lawfully.
Waaye na di nga nangu ne ba nga jël liggéey bi waat ba nga xam ne moom nga waatoon ne liggéey bi nga xam ne moom lañ la sant di ko def jaarale ko ci njub ak ci dëgg.
That was what was required of you by the government.
Te loolu la nguur gi soxla woon ci yow.
True or false?
Whoever must have been in my position at that time would do the same thing.
No, we're not talking about that. Let's just answer the question. This is what the government expected and required of you. Correct?
Yes. Very correct.
Could you answer now?
Yes, correct. Wow, very correct.
But what you did is not what the government expected of you. You did what Yaya Jammeh wanted from you. Correct?
Yow li nga doon def ci sa liggéey dafa lo li nguur gi soxla woon ci yow de. Li Yaya Jammeh soxla woon ci yow loolu nga doon def, dëgg.
Yaya Jammeh was the boss. He was the piper. Yaya Jammeh moo nekkoon boss bi.
Oh, now you say Yaya Jammeh was the piper. I thought you said that the Gambia government was the piper.
He had the tunes.
As far as you are concerned, Mr. Jammeh, Yaya Jammeh, Mr. Sambou, sorry, Yaya Jammeh and the government were one and the same entity.
Legi moom li nga wax rek mooy Yaya Jammeh ak nguur gi benn lañ woon.
You served Yaya Jammeh.
Daan liggéeyal Yaya Jammeh.
You can't burn the fingers that feed you, do you?
Precisely my point. You are working for Yaya Jammeh. You did what Yaya Jammeh wanted. Because you believed you had your job because of Yaya Jammeh.
No. Please allow me to differ, lead counsel.
Go ahead.
I did not have my job because of Yaya Jammeh. I was in the service before Yaya Jammeh.
Okay, let's break that down. No. You were appointed by Yaya Jammeh, correct?
As Director General?
Yes.
He gave instructions.
No, he appointed you.
He didn't sign my letter of appointment.
Well, I can recall exactly what you told this commission. You told the commission that the Secretary General called you. You went there and he said, boss says you go and take over the NIA. Wait a moment, we would give you your letter. That's what you testified.
The letter was signed by PSC.
I just told you what you told this commission, how you were appointed. Is that true or false?
Initiative came from Yaya Jammeh.
This is not about initiative coming from Yaya Jammeh. This is the actual appointment being directed and dictated by Yaya Jammeh. In fact, I doubt whether the PSC has the power to appoint the Director General of the NIA. The Constitution would give that authority to the President.
I wish we could read the letters here. I don't know whether I have the letter here.
Okay, you would look for the letter during the break. But I can tell you off the top of my head that the power to appoint the Director General of the NIA was one that is given to the President.
Wa mun nga set sa letter yi way li ma la xamal moy ne doole bi pour jël liggéey directeur bu NIA lolu doole bu président bi mom lañ ko jox.
But no matter what, for you, the piper was synonymous to Yaya Jammeh. He paid your salaries, and therefore you believed that to secure your job, you had to satisfy him.
Every
other senior civil servant would have done the same.
You may very well be right. But let's just clarify the situation with you before we talk about the others. In your own case, you satisfied Yaya Jammeh because you believed that was necessary for you to keep your job.
It
was also necessary for me to keep away from prison.
Very well. But you had to do all this to satisfy Yaya Jammeh and keep your job.
He was head of state.
Mr. Sambou, this country is a country of laws, or ought to be a country of laws.
Mr. Sambou,
and it should not be the case that whatever the president wants happens. It should not be the case. It should not be like that.
It prevailed in Togo, it prevailed in Zaire, it prevailed in Guinea-Conakry, it prevailed everywhere, practically.
But nonetheless, that was unlawful, that was wrong.
I perfectly agree.
And if there were no compliant people, there won't be any dictators.
That was just one factor out of many. Lead Council knows more than I do.
You probably know better than I do. You are the one who was there.
You are also a civil servant in the service. You served under Yaya Jammeh and you know.
We were equal there.
I prefer not to go anywhere. I prefer to stay and serve my country. Yaya Jammeh system.
Well,
that is meant to be a slight at those of us who went away.
Well, this is it.
I chose Mr. Sambou,
at the end, excuse me, please, with all due respect, at the end of my course in the Soviet Union, the authorities called me and say, "You have finished. Congratulations. Where do you want to go?" We can give you an exit visa and an one-way air ticket. Some of my friends went to Sweden. Some went to UK. Some went to other places. I decided to come home during the Kukoi crisis. state of emergency.
I came here and I found a state of emergency.
There was no light, no transportation, and you dared not open your mouth. But I stayed, and I was branded a communist. They said Kukoi was a communist. He was trained in Russia. I don't know how true that is. Up to now, I'm serving my country. I decided to do so. So this is it.
Yes, but Mr. Sambou.
Why, Mr. Sambou?
In deciding to serve your country, you
you
wallowed into illegalities, which led some people to be convicted to life in prison. 25 years in prison, simply because there were people who accepted these things from Yaya Jammeh. These are the inconvenient truths that have to be accepted. Regardless of their motivation, we would come to motivation later. But the fact of the matter is these were illegalities that were accepted. Do you agree with that?
See, all of dinala wane lolu du don suma chobare te ene malen ko won yalla xamna ne ene malen ko won. I agree with what state council lead council says. I do agree.
Nanguna ak lead council wax and na ci.
Back to these freedom newspaper people.
Ñu delu wat ci keyti xibaar newspaper freedom.
The witnesses or the victims,
ñi nga xamne ñoy sédé wala ñi nga xamne ñoo ci roru,
they claim that even the Ministry of Justice recommended their release.
wax nañ sax ne liggéey ka ministre bi nga xamne ñoo saytu walé acte bi joxe nañ ndigal pour ñu bayyi len,
but they were not released.
Why bayyi wuñ len?
Is that true?
It is. May I continue, please?
Yes, go ahead.
I have told you here, that in the case of those, I didn't say that aspect of the Ministry of Justice, but I told you that our findings proved that they were innocent.
So you guess to be one and
and I went up to Yaya Jammeh and told him. He said, yes, I heard you.
But did you send a report recommending the release of these people?
I did.
We would look into that. We haven't seen that particular report from the bundle of materials we have, but we would take a look. Some of them allege that they were badly injured and needed medical attention, but you would not let them be taken away for medical treatment.
Amna ci ñoo xamne amna gañu yu metti yo xamne dal na leen te dañ soxla won faju waye nanguwu leen pour ñu dem nanguwulo pour ñu dem faju.
It was not me. Yaya Jammeh instructed that they should be kept incommunicado.
Nekuton man Yaya Jammeh mo joxe won digal ne dañ leen téye ben place bo xamne duñ jokko ken,
because he thought maybe they would have access to other to the internet or whatever, and divulge their ordeal or something like that. He gave specific instructions. Kept incommunicado.
Not only this set of journalists were arrested, but there was also Musa Sedikan and Madi Sise and Lamin Fati, who were arrested in connection with a statement involving Mr. Sambaba.
Why nekkul rek ne doy tass xibaar rek leen jàppoon amoon na ñeneen ñoo xam ne Madi Cissé ak ay ñoñam ñoom itamit jàppoon nañ leen lu aju ci xibaar boo xam ne def nañ ko ci mbiri Samba Ba.
I have said it in my response to adversary.
bind naa ko ci suma tontu foofu.
Yaya Jammeh sends his boys, the jonglers.
Yaya Jammeh yónni na boy mi jonglers yi dem leen ngeen jël nit.
And then he says, like I said before, take them to the NIA. They just come and dump them.
Then
he will call either the chief of protocol or the state guard commander or somebody. Transmit to me the message about why or what he wants me to do. This particular incident had to do with the March 6 coup.
The
same Sambaba, God bless his soul, may he rest in peace, was then DGNIA. And he appointed him Minister of Interior briefly. For one reason or another, I think his name was mistakenly mentioned in a publication. Of one of the newspapers, that he was one of those arrested in connection with the 2006 attempted coup. Such issues make Yaya Jammeh jump. Makes him feel very jumpy. With Sambaba as former DGNIA, and Minister of Interior, his name being associated with something like this, he wanted to know whether it was true or not. I think that's why he got these boys arrested.
They were tortured?
They were tortured, yes.
So then
they were beaten, yes. But I came to find out that Sambaba had nothing to do with it. In fact, he was struggling with cancer. When I told him, he accepted.
Torture was the norm at the NIA.
Torture was the norm at the NIA.
And not only was torture the norm at the NIA, but Yaya Jammeh used other means to deal with his enemies.
You
agree?
Yaya Jammeh had all the means to deal with his enemies.
And the worst one was what?
I don't know which one is the worst one, but I think he would start with sacking you. And you end up in mile 2.
And
ultimately, you will disappear.
Lunch break, and then we will talk about the disappearances after the lunch break.
That will be very good indeed. Thank you, Council, and thank you, Mr. Sambou. We will resume after lunch at 3 o'clock sharp. Meeting is adjourned.
When we touch down, better broke down.
Gamtel G-Fiber, now you can enjoy super fast internet in gigabytes. G-Fiber is affordable, stable, secured, and accessible to homes, businesses, and enterprises. With Gamtel G-Fiber, the future is speed. Gamtel, creating a brighter future in communication.
That's how she became mine, and see the
For all your pastry, bakery, and quality food, CK Restaurant is the only place to be. We do catering for birthdays, weddings, and all related services. We have all kinds of local foods, American, European, and even beyond. Come and have a taste of our local juice, ebe, and other services. At CK Restaurant, customer satisfaction is our priority.
Love like fire. Wow. Love like fire. Xam ngeen rek affaire bi xam ngeen fan la? Skincare la. 2020 lañ wax de. Waaw. Fii nag mooy Kerr fan Kerr zero tache. Perfect skin. Skincare saa su ne rek niñ ko dee defee rek loo lañ soxlaati rek maanaam bu dee am problème ci seen skin yéen xam ngeen fan la fii ngeen di ñëw suma xarit yeeg am di jàmm yi nga xam ne taas daf lañ sonaloon xam nga doon xeesal ba la ka xum éneew ma lañ ko nag waaye just in case comme ni ko gars yi defee rek en cas just in case loolu xew xam ngeen fi ngeen di ñëw fii ngeen di ñëw Skincare Plus si yu baax rek la ñoo dox nag ay baax rek fu ne la ñoo dem ci réew mi di lañ indi rek nag products yu baax du Paris du Italie du USA du fi mu nekk nii sax boole nañ ci nag Sweden fu nekk lañ leen a indilee products bu dee tamit nag da nga ñuul rek ñu lay jamaa natural beauty that melanin dripping we do have stuff for you as well emuñ si skincare products rek ñu ngi ci cuub yi tamit fu ne la ñoo jaar in fact sax last commercial bi ñu defoon waxuñ leen woon ne dañoo dox ci ay kawar 9A grade rek nag waaw we do have bundles as well hair si lu ne la ñoo dox ñun ñu ngi ci rafetal jigéen rek luy taaral jigéen rek waaw boo leen di tukki tamit bëggoon rek classic suitcase ñu dañoo dox ci ay Samsonite duñ dee indi any brand of suitcases though other than Samsonite comme li ma dee wax rek boo eggee airport dëri Samsonite dafa am nuñ laa xoolee waaw ngeen ne lan nag waaw skin ci moom la ñu gën a xamee nag skincare products ci moom la ñu gën a xamee ñu ngi dox tamit bentee tamit si ay dàlla man waaye man nag skincare mooy suma specialty xam nga rek jigéen bu sa xar kanam réglé loo def mu jag am nañ Patricia Reiner Kiwi Eye the whole range Lighten Up Gold Tomatine I mean the list can just go on and on and on and on lépp loo xam ne rek luy taaral jigéen la ci yooyu rek la ñoo dox Skincare Plus nag emuñ si Gambia rek ñu nga United States ñu ngi Gambia fii ba pare bu dee yaa ngi anywhere in Europe mun nañ la ko mail within 3 days rek ñetti fan rek nga jot say diw emuñ si loolu rek dañ laa consult tamit balaa ñu laa jaay diw dinañ def a free consultation pour wax la rek exactly li nga xam ne moo méngoo ak sa kanam dinañ leen wax tamit ne rek am nañ perfumes you know fragrances men's shirts accessories we do dresses as well we do blouses I mean we do shoes name it we do them Skincare Plus 2020 is our year of perfection zero task fi mu nekk nii réew mi fii kenn waratu fi task kenn waratu fi am problème kanam kenn waratu fi am problème yu picca boo ko amee dafa fekk ne rek ñëwuloo ci place bi fii
love like fire bring my yobo guma fanya love like fire
Gamtel G Fiber, now you can enjoy super fast internet in gigabytes. G Fiber is affordable, stable, secured, and accessible to homes, businesses, and enterprises. With Gamtel G Fiber, the future is speed. Gamtel, creating a brighter future in communication.
That's how she became mine and see the